The metaverse refers to a virtual environment that incorporates different internet functions and services such as socializing, gaming, and business opportunities, all within an immersive virtual reality universe. It has been heavily debated whether or not the metaverse is a good thing or if it will have negative effects on our future. Many see it as the next logical step for humanity after the internet, while others believe it might do more harm than good. So in this video, we're going to discuss 10 ways the metaverse is impacting the world. But before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. 10 good impacts on the world. Number 1. Immersive Experience. Think of the metaverse as a 3D upgrade to the traditional way of using the internet, a more immersive way of experiencing the different aspects of the net and all that it offers. The big advantage of the metaverse is that you're more enveloped in whatever activity you're doing. You experience everything in the most immersive way, which allows for more opportunities for both personal and business ventures. You can exercise, socialize, play games, and have business meetings in a virtual environment. Number 2. Connecting the world and negating physical distance. The most notable advantage of the metaverse is the fact that it completely makes geographic barriers irrelevant. Once you're in the virtual world, your physical location doesn't matter anymore, and you're no longer bound by it. The metaverse will act as a neutral space where everyone can meet as equals to some extent. Finding and meeting people with similar interests and ideas will be easier. Number 3. Better social interactions online. During the COVID quarantine, the only way to interact with other humans was through the internet. Despite it not being the most interactive experience, however, things are different in the metaverse, with social interactions and events being way more immersive, allowing users to experience a personal connection with their friends and loved ones. Meetings, parties, and concerts can all be organized in the metaverse. Number 4. Upgrading social media. Social media is probably the biggest term used in the past decade. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter rely on the social aspect of the internet, and they will undoubtedly benefit from the upgrade into a three-dimensional virtual environment. Fusing the ability to create virtual spaces in the metaverse with the power of social media to create shared online worlds is a very powerful combination. Number 5. Improvements to online learning and education. It can't be ignored how learning and education were impacted during the COVID pandemic, as more than 90% of students were unable to continue their studies, and we had to find other ways to resume education. This is when online learning became the new norm, utilizing platforms like Zoom. With the metaverse, learning will be more accessible than ever. The physical location of the classroom no longer needs to be taken into consideration. People from around the world will be able to share information and study together in real time in a hands-on educational environment. Number 6. New business opportunities. In a similar fashion to how social media has helped create many business opportunities and gave birth to a new form of marketing and advertising on its platforms, the metaverse will likely provide even greater opportunities. Rather than just viewing everything through a tiny screen on your phone, the metaverse offers a completely immersive way for promoting and consuming products and services using new marketing and advertisements strategies like virtualized storefronts, curated shows, and highly interactive engagement and customer service. Number 7. Positive impact on cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Cryptocurrencies and NFTs are set to have a major role in the coming metaverse world through blockchain technology providing security, trust, transparency, and of course decentralization. Crypto is definitely the currency of the metaverse. Different iterations of the metaverse will use different currencies, but in essence, you'll not be buying digital goods and services with traditional currency, which adds an extra layer of security to virtual environments. Number 8. Improvements to gaming. Gaming is the very first field that benefited from VR and AR technologies. We witnessed the birth of many new VR games in 2021, and with the technology advancing further, the games are getting better. Many game production companies are picking up on this fact and are beginning to implement their games into the metaverse. Some of the leaders in the field are Epic with their $1 billion investment into gaming in the metaverse in early 2021. Number 9. New opportunities for financial gain. Whenever there's a new technology, people will always find ways to make money from it, and it's no different in the metaverse, as people are already coming up with ways to earn a sustainable living utilizing all that the metaverse offers. Some people are investing in digital real estate, which are plots of lands within the metaverse, hoping that in time virtual land will appreciate in value. Number 10. Improvements to the work environment. When Mark Zuckerberg introduced the metaverse, he mentioned a new workspace concept called the Infinite Office, which promises to make working from home the ultimate experience by increasing convenience, hence improving overall productivity. The work environment has always taken advantage of new technologies, and the situation will be no different with the emergence of the metaverse and VR technology. 10 negative impacts on the world. Number 1. Cybercrime. Cybercrime is a serious problem that has plagued the internet ever since it existed. Governments have spent millions of dollars and years fighting to combat it, which has helped strengthen the security levels of our current internet systems. However, since the metaverse is a new concept, it still doesn't enjoy these sophisticated cybersecurity levels, which makes it extremely vulnerable to all sorts of illegal activities such as fraud, money laundering, child exploitation, illegal goods services trafficking, and cyber attacks, to name a few. Number 2. Negative impact on cultures and societies. One disadvantage of bringing everyone so close together and fusing the different cultures of the world into one is losing the beautiful cultural diversity currently present in the world. If people are going to be spending the majority of their time in the metaverse, they'll no longer feel connected to their small immediate society and won't feel the need to embrace their own local or regional culture. Number 3. Addiction problems. Similar to gaming, addiction can become an issue. Some argue that there is a bigger addiction risk with the metaverse as you're fully immersed in a virtual world. Besides your essential physical needs like eating and sleeping, you don't need to leave your VR setup. Moreover, living in a virtual state may make it difficult to differentiate between the real world and the virtual world. Number 4. Losing connection with the physical world. One major concern that many people have about the metaverse, how easy it is to lose track of time while you're at it. As your senses are basically disabled, or to be put in another way, they're connected to the virtual world instead of the real world. People who are exposed to the metaverse for too long might lose their attachment to reality and may go beyond that, to not wanting to acknowledge the existence of a world besides the virtual one. Number 5. Privacy and security issues. Privacy has always been a concern on the internet, with people unaware of their data being collected and sold to advertisers, among many other things. What makes these concerns worse is the fact that Meta is leading the charge towards the new metaverse, considering their previous history with privacy concerns of their users that doesn't simply fade away with their name change. Number 6. Mental health issues. Beyond all the social connection, entertainment, and business sides of the metaverse, there stands a serious risk on mental health for metaverse users. Despite the use of virtual reality under controlled environments to help patients with schizophrenic symptoms, we cannot count on the metaverse to be controlled or crafted to help people with these illnesses. Number 7. Virtual bullying. The internet is known to be a harsh place and strangers tend to be cruel and not accepting of people's differences. Malicious behaviors towards others can be found in all parts of the internet, whether it be on social media or in games. Bullying, harassment, and personal attacks on anyone are inevitably going to be one of the dark sides of the metaverse. Number 8. Lack of moderation. It has been recognized that moderation is going to be a huge feat. Monitoring so many users at once is not going to be an easy job. Moderation at any meaningful scale is virtually impossible, and the prevention of toxicity cannot happen through penalization. Currently, there doesn't seem to be a good way to combat this, given Meta's poor handling of bad behaviors on its social network, Facebook. The metaverse seems to be doomed with the potential to be a toxic environment. Number 9. Connection and hardware issues. The metaverse is going to require a fast and reliable internet connection to make the shared virtual environment as seamless as possible. This must include fiber-based connection and 5th-generation wireless network technology, including the 5G technology and likely even next-generation networks. Another issue is the fact that it discriminates between those who have the ability to acquire and use the hardware and digital tools needed to access the metaverse and those who don't. Number 10. Corporate takeover. When social media started, it was supposed to be for individuals like you and me to create and interact with others' content. Perhaps the greatest example is how companies jumped to YouTube and took over command from individual creators, and we saw a shift from homemade authentic videos to professionally produced and edited videos. It's a great fear that the same will happen in the metaverse, where instead of individuals having social interactions with each other. That's all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.